Bro code. What is the bro code? I think the first rule of bro code is have your brother's back no matter what. I can't tell you much about a sister's code because I'm a guy, but I'm sure a lot of sisters will relate to this message, and probably there'll be a lot of similarities. And you sisters out there, maybe share your experiences on the comment section. Not all of us have probably had the rules of bro code properly and 100% followed, but it's an unsaid relationship between brothers. Sometimes you'll find that you either grew up together, you're cousins, you were introduced to each other by a common friend maybe, and you just developed this friendship amongst one another. You probably met at school, at varsity. You probably met as colleagues at work. You probably are business partners. You probably grew up together since primary school, same hood. There's just a lot of unsaid things that you can or can't do to your brother, or as brothers to each other. As I've just said, that the first rule is have your brother's back at all costs. Sometimes it'll cost you other relationships with other people. Sometimes it'll cost you other opportunities with other people. Sometimes it'll get you into trouble with other people. But if you know, Guti, this is your brother, this is your bro, you come from far and you've got real love for one another, always have your brother's back. That's number one. And I think a lot of us can relate because, you know, skule sna machita, you know, kimpincha khao, ke out khao. And then number two, I think I'll put out there is you can never date your brother's girlfriend, your brother's wife, your brother's ex-girlfriend, your brother's ex-wife. You can never date your brother's sister. Yes, in some relationships, some guys ask for permission. They feel the need to ask, like, I know you're no longer dating her, I like her, or she likes me, or she's making moves on me, or can I go ahead? You know, other people will sort of ask for that permission from you. But real brothers, not even a permission should be asked. Like, it's a no-go area. You can't date your brother's girlfriend. You can't date your brother's ex-girlfriend. You can't date your brother's wife. You can't date your brother's ex-wife. And there's just a lot of unsaid things. Because sometimes you might end up doing certain things or getting sneaky behind their back, and it messes up your relationship. Sometimes they might not confront you about it, but it messes up your entire relationship for the rest of your lives. And at some point, the relationship will be broken down the line. Might take a few months, might take a couple of years, but it messes up the trust amongst you guys. So it's a no-go area. Not dating each other's exes, not dating each other's siblings, like your sister. Naib Shaili out yako, you must have his back. Akekho umuntu oyistering sotshwala bafethu. Awuna muthu olingstering saboshwala. Motho hanwele, they are bound go lahla at some point. So you have to make sure you've got your brother's back at all times. Nangabshayile, make sure that you either protect them from drinking further or exposing them to other people, bagcina balahla, or make sure that they're also safe in the car. You can even drive them and make sure they sleep safely at home. And there is no taking advantage of your brother. And there is no taking advantage of your brother's naivety or ignorance. There's no stealing from one another. You always have to be transparent. Even if I don't have money, I can ask for money from you, and you must make sure you pay it back. If you can't pay it back, at least say so. Communicate and say you can pay it at a later date. Honesty is integrity in any brother's relationships out there. What else can I touch on? They're also touching on stepmothers. I've never been in those types of situations in my life. I could have never fathomed any guy who would even have the urge to want to sleep with their friend's mother. I mean, that's totally absurd. But the bro code says I must trust you. You must trust me. The bro code says I must have your back at all times. You must have my back at all times. The bro code says even if I mess up, even if I'm also irritating you. Rather protect me from the public or other people, then we can deal with our own issues privately. You can continue being mad at me privately on our own, but in front of people, we protect each other at all costs, at all times. Maybe let me do a part 2 of this video, but for now, let me leave it here because I've got so much to share, and I'm actually waiting for a meeting here, and the person has just arrived, the people that I'm meeting here. But yeah, that's pretty much some of the things that I can think of at the top of my head as far as the bro code is concerned. What are yours? Share in the comment section. And I'd like to invite the sisters as well. What are your sister codes on the comment section? Part 2 is coming of this video. That'll be a proper one.